a story to tell you. So what you need to know first is that last Friday was BBC's annual Banquet, which is pretty much prom without the dancing. You eat, you talk with some friends, and then you eat some more. Now don't get me wrong, Banquet is fun, but it's geared more towards those who have a date. We are now through the preface of the story, and we can begin chapter 1. And like all good stories, chapter 1 begins a few weeks earlier. It was early in the morning, about 1:30 a.m., and I was hanging out in the lounge with my good friend Sean Leonard. Now given the time of the day, it would be safe to guess that we were out of our minds, and that guess is right. So roughly a week before this week, which was about 1 week before Banquet, and Banquet was just about half a week ago, I got married to Evan Hinkle's chair, and her name is Bridget. She is my chair wife because she's a chair. So I was joking with Sean and said, Sean, we don't have dates this year. What would it be like if I actually brought Bridget, the chair, to Banquet? It was early in the day and we were out of our minds, and he said that'd be a great idea, Ryan. But first, he needed an inanimate date. He just turned around and there was Isabel, the vacuum cleaner. Sean said he would ask her to Banquet, so I did what all good friends do and began to jeer a little bit. Hey, Isabel. As you can guess, my jeering embarrassed Sean pretty bad. But thankfully, it spurred him on to pop the question. Both our dates agreed to go with us, and we were set for Banquet.
Chapter 2.
Banquet was approaching fast. There were a few days left, and I was expressing my sheer excitement for taking my chair wife, Bridget, to Banquet. But Sean, however, was not so enthused. He was ashamed of his date. Sean Leonard did not want to be seen in public with a vacuum cleaner. How selfish can you be? But I made a commitment to my wife. You don't ever break commitments to your wife, Larry. Even if she's a toaster oven.
This is called classical balance, I believe, and this is called rule of thirds. Let's go this way. And also, this is something that goes deeper than just photography. It's in music. It's just a natural thing that God created that people are just naturally kind of drawn to. Just things in thirds. It's just like, it's called the Fibonacci sequence. It's not exactly 1/3, but it's really close to 1/3. So, you can apply that to a lot of things.
So the day of Banquet came, and Sean refused to bring his date, Isabel, the vacuum cleaner, to Banquet. But I reminded him that he did agree that we would get pictures together down at the pond with our inanimate dates. He was reluctant at first and during the process, but eventually we did get Isabel and Bridget into his van, and we took them down to BBC's pond. So we're pulling into the parking lot right by the pond. I'm thinking things are going pretty good. Looks like we're actually going to get our pictures with our dates. And then Sean sees that there are multiple groups of other couples. And obviously these couples are all people. No one else has an inanimate date with them. So we're the ones on the outside looking in. Sean, still sitting in the driver's seat, says, Ryan, I can't do this. What do you mean, Sean? This is embarrassing. Sean, you told me that we would do this. Now you got your date Isabel in the back. You're gonna take her out and get pictures with her. We're gonna have a good time. I didn't know there'd be other people here at the pond. Sean, you told me we're gonna do this, so this is gonna happen. And Isabel's in the back expecting pictures with you, and you're gonna let her down. Fine! And needless to say, pleasant memories ensued. We got beautiful romantic pictures down at the pond with our dates. Isabel and Bridget were absolutely glowing and had a fantastic time down at the pond getting pictures with us. It may very well have been the best day of their lives, and it was definitely the best day of our lives. I even won an award for something I never did. But this guy photobombed our picture with a grumpy cat face. Sean was still a little ashamed of Isabel, so he didn't even bring her into Banquet. But I love my wife. I brought her. People gave me some weird looks going in the door, waiting in line with my chair wife. The waitress awkwardly walked around Bridget while she was serving us, while others may have thought my date was just invisible. But that's okay. I would endure anything for Bridget. I am one lucky man. Well, that's the video diary. I think that about covers everything to talk about today. And I wanted to close by posting a video of a Silly Saturday mashup that has been underviewed. So if you would, check it out. It's kind of crazy, a little silly. Take some time to watch that. Peace!